Hi everyone, it is October 2025 and I'm going to go over the CERAKOTE Ceramic Trim Coat Restoration Kit. As most may know, Project Farm did a really good job comparing this product to other ones, and that's why I chose to go with this one. The only difference here is that I'm looking to test this long term since I've read people have had good results with this for years. So look for future updates from me for years to come, like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and so on. In this video, I'll give you my honest 1-day impression and tips on application from what I have learned putting this on for the first time. The car I'm putting this on is my parents' older Tacoma that is not really been taken care of, as you can see. It lives 100% outside, and I don't think it's ever washed, so I don't think they would really care what I'm doing to this. I'm using this as a test bench before I try this on my wife's Mini, as it has faded a lot since purchase. As you can tell, many of the plastic panels have a chalky look to them, so let's see what this kit can do for it. Following the instructions, the first thing I did was wash all the panels with dish soap, since you don't want to use any kind of soap that will add a wax or a coating. Then it's important to get everything dry. Something I found interesting while drying was that the door handles seemed to soak a little bit of water, so wiping off the surface wasn't enough to make the piece dry like other panels. So extra time or sun was needed here. And I found that this kind of behavior would affect application, which I will get to later. They don't say anything about masking off the paint, since they say you can just immediately remove it with the dry cloth. But after doing this, I personally would mask it off, since the amount of times I was working close to the edge of the paint was a lot. So that would potentially be a lot of wiping if it wasn't masked. Also, they recommend doing this between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, but working in the garage wouldn't have been enough light for me. But if I was doing so, I think it would have extended the working time of the product on the applicator and trim, so you can level it smooth. Now getting into it, the only thing in the box was 8 of the white packs, 2 gloves, and the instructions. After doing this for the first time and learning a couple things, I recommend starting on larger panels first, then take any residual dampness you may have to the smaller sections like a door handle or mirror caps, because you will realize right out of the packaging that it is a lot wetter than you would expect. So that may be too much for a small panel, and you would quickly jump to the next panel with the same wipe. When starting, go slow but with long brush strokes, since, like I said before, it's a lot wetter than you think. So you want to spread that as much as you can and not have it concentrated in one spot, which I may have done starting off. And on your return stroke, you can touch up what you need. It is also recommended by the instructions to immediately level the coating with a microfiber to prevent high spots and streaking. This is something I didn't do, as I didn't want to waste a towel on this neglected truck, just like how I didn't want to mask off the paint either. But from what I noticed, the smooth plastic, you will definitely want to level it smooth, since there is no texture like the step or bed area to hide any imperfections. So on this Tacoma, the mirror caps, mud flaps, and grille are all smooth, so I recommend leveling those out. Getting back to the door handles and how I mentioned it seemed to soak in water, I think that behavior also affected the application, because I had to go over it twice to give it more of a consistent look, as I think it may have also soaked in a little bit of the product, so it's not just on the surface. So this is just something else to keep in mind when working on different types of plastic on your car. And to get the most out of each wipe, I would flip it over once it starts getting a little drier, and after that, fold it back so now you're using the inside 2 surfaces. Then, if you still can after that, invert the whole wipe to the side you haven't used yet, and repeat. But at this point, it could be a little bit too dry already. Last thing before I get to my review is, you will notice I didn't do the trim next to the side mirrors, because I noticed after drying them that it grabbed onto the towel fibers, so it left it not ready to be worked on. And I didn't take additional time to prep it because I was applying onto other panels already and I didn't want to make the truck wet again. Plus, I actually didn't have enough product for them either. But this maybe could have been mitigated knowing the things I know now about the application technique. I think it would have ended up looking like the door handles, assuming they are a similar material based on the look. Also, when applying, I may have missed a spot here and there just because when wet, it's actually very shiny. So in combination with the sun, it's kind of hard to see the small imperfections, or it was just in a tough to see or reach spot. But that should be good for a comparison later down the line to just see what the original looked like. Now, just over 24 hours after application, these are my thoughts. It's actually very easy to apply. Most of the work will be in prep: washing, drying, and masking. The only thing that will be difficult or maybe impossible is the small, detailed, and intricate areas that are hard for the wipe to reach. So it mostly strives on larger, flat panels. And when it comes to the look of the Tacoma, the results vary from panel to panel, because of the material of the plastic varies. Like I said, the front grille is a hard, smooth plastic, and it made it look glossy and almost mirror-like. The side mirrors are also a smooth, hard plastic, but it was more in between glossy and satin. The mud flap is semi-flexible, and that left a satin finish. And again, I would recommend leveling these smooth surfaces right away when applying to remove streaks. The hard plastics of the step, rear, and top of the bed left a deep black shiny surface. So this product did make it look shiny, but I think it was accentuated by the textured surface shining all the sun rays off of the bumps back at me. So would I call this a restoration kit for plastic trim? Yes, because when I compared the results with the factory photos from Toyota, most of the trim looks to be of a similar color now, but it's probably a little shinier. But then again, it is in the name of the kit, ceramic trim coat. This is probably why I've read it lasts a couple years for some people, the coating. I just wanted to let you know what to expect. But then again, like I said before, it will look different on different cars and different plastic textures. I think when it comes to large panels that you have a complete view of, like the side step here, it will definitely look more shockingly different than other panels that are thin, small, or viewed at an angle like the bed and bumper pieces. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but this is just so shocking how black the large piece has gotten. I'm just not used to it yet. The other pieces you don't notice as much from a distance since it would mostly be a side view. And after seeing the results, I'm still a bit hesitant to put this on the Mini since the plastic panels are so large, vertical, and completely in my line of sight that I may not want such a glossy finish. Even though that would still look better than faded, chalky, gray, just like on the Tacoma. So I'll leave my judgment at the 6-month update to see how I feel then. So stay tuned for that. But one part I do think that this will do great on right away is at the base of the side mirrors for my Z4, as it is a smooth plastic, and since I think this kit did a great job on those surfaces here as well. I know what I've said may seem a little bit back and forth, but this is just my honest opinion, observation, and just trying to make sense of what I saw with this kit. Please make your own judgments from what you saw in this video too. Now, when taking a step back and taking an overall look at the truck instead of just staring at a single component, I think it looks 100% better than when I started. It looks like someone actually cares about this truck now, minus the yellow faded lights and spider webs. Maybe a future headlight restoration video to come. But for sure, stay tuned for future updates on how the Tacoma held up over time. I hope what I said in this video made some sense and helped you out. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time.